Ah, hello everyone, and welcome to Southport, because as you can clearly see behind me, there's a 769. And these 769s are controversial. They are, I'd say, very umar with enthusiasts because of where they came from. But they are dying out, and they are dying out very quickly. So, we're going to take a ride on one from here to Manchester Oxford Road, which is this one right here, 769434. And we are going to see what they did to a 319 to make it a 769. And why I believe the 769s should stay. Because I think they should. You all may disagree. But let's hop on, get a seat, and we're all good to go. Whew. Absolutely perfect job right there. Right, we can jump on, I do believe, the Class 769. Tell you one thing I have noticed from the peps. Have you heard that? Listen to that! That is noisy, shall we say. I'm going to sit right under that. Hell yeah! I want to sit right under that. Ooh. Very wide seating in that area, and then it gets very thin in this area, doesn't it? Oh, let's have... Should we go 3 plus 3 or should we go 2 plus... Let's go in the 2. Why not? There we go. Keys the bag as a tripod. Now, as I was saying, these 769s are a very controversial unit, to say the least. They were derived from the 319s. Basically, in 2014, when Gavir Thameslink announced that the Class 700s were coming into service, the 319s were essentially subject to surplus to requirements. So, they returned them to Porterbrook, and Porterbrook announced to Northern that Northern were going to have 8 of these units designated. They were initially going to be called the 319 Flex, but they were given the TOPS allocation of the Class 769. And essentially they would be converted from electric to bi-mode. Now what I mean by bi-mode is, yes, when it gets to the wires, this will still be electric, but when it's away from the wires, it's a diesel, as you can hear. Now the 769 was also going to be for other TOCs. Transport for Wales took some 769s. All of them have been scrapped. Well, they're no longer around. I assume they've all been scrapped, but they may have all been returned to Portsbrook. And Great Western were also going to have some 769s for the Guildford to Reading slash Gap, not Reading, yeah, Reading to Guildford slash, what's that station called now? I forget what that station's called now. It's that junction station, I forget it. It was going to be the Gatwick services anyway. They never happened because Great Western tried to go tri-mode. Never worked. Never in a month for Sundays. Porterbrook though have said that these 769s of the diesel power produce as much power and keeps the timetable as much as Class 150. I'm going to call that slander straight away, because a Class 150 is pretty rapid off the line, whereas a Class 769 off the line is not rapid. Oh, it is not rapid at all. And you'll see when we pull out of Southport in a second just how not rapid it is. Right, while we are waiting, we can do the Wi-Fi test to see if a 769 has Wi-Fi. Oh my god, it has Wi-Fi. Today on things even Ian had to learn. Hold on a second, folks. Although I'm pretty sure everyone knows my email by now. Okay, so it's saying we are connected. Are we connected? Are we connected? Yes, we're connected. There we go. Now it has enabled me to check the fleet details while we're here. So Transport for Wales is units, the 769-0s, they're stored. So they are no longer around. Northern still have 8 of theirs in, well, all 8 of theirs in service, although 4 of them are now stored. The Great Western ones are going to be converted to parcel use and go under these, instead of 769 banner, the 765 banner. But other than that, everything else of 319 has been deceased, which is a shame.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service 2, Manchester Oxford Road. The next station stop is Meals Cop.
Jesus. Now as we're leaving Southport, Simon, get to work. Basic facilities of the 769. So it depends on which part of the train you're in. Some it is 3+2, some is 2+2, some you have airline seats, some you don't. It all basically depends on which part of the train you are in. You have luggage facilities all the way up there. I can still hear that 769 engine working hard already. It's ridiculous. So yes, storage facilities up there for all your things. There are no coat hangers. There are no charging points for Wi-Fi. And apart from that, that is it. I believe luggage space facilities, you can put your luggage between your seats, so you got something there. But later on, because I know I'm going to need the toilet later on, we'll go down, we'll show you other parts of this train. But listen.
Station stop is Meals Cop. Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
That's actually kind of naughty, that noise. You also get your LED PIS as well, which is done in Northern accent,
Northern Service 2, Manchester Oxford Road. The next station stop is Mercer Bridge.
Mel's Cop. Now, who in the future? It's not going to be part of the summer showcase series, unfortunately. That already happened because you've seen this after the summer showcase. But who would like to see all the stations from Wigan Wallgate to Southport? Leave that in the comments. Ooh, wow, look at this area. Now, I believe Southport's in South Lancashire. Someone will gladly correct me. But this area looks alright, doesn't it? Well, when the trees aren't in the bloody way. That's right, I'm always moaning at bloody trees. Definitely, there you go, look at that. Doesn't look too bad actually, does it? Goodbye, commoners. Oh wow, listen to that. turbulence. Ah, there's one of them. So between Melskop and Bursker Bridge, there are two stations which only see a 2-hourly service as opposed to a half-hourly service that the other trains receive. There goes a 150. The first one was the one you just saw back there, which was Besker Lane. And then I believe the other one, which will be coming up literally right now, or hopefully right now. And I'm going to leave another pinned comment up in the corner up there to Sheldon's video, well, Simon's video, when he did the 2 request stops for Northern on this stretch. I think the other one's called New Lane. Oh, dear me. No, we're not coming up to it yet. Here we are, we're coming up to it now, because I remember the level. Oh, there's a sewage plant over there. Ugh. So you had Besker Lane, and I believe this is New Lane. Yes, New Lane, there it is. Go check out Sheldon's video doing those 2 stations. You'll laugh.
This Northern Service 2, Manchester Oxford Road. The next station stop is Poole.
Oh, that is a menacing. Oh, nice church. Nice looking church there. Can I just say, whoever's done that image there at Poole for Poole Station, that is absolutely spectacular. They've caught the transition from the 1950s to the 2020s absolutely spot on. Beautiful.
Aboard this Northern Service 2, Manchester Oxford Road. The next station stop is Appley Bridge. Welcome aboard this Northern Service 2, Manchester Oxford Road. The next station stop is Stafford.
One thing I have noticed about these units, they're very hairy. They have got loads of hair on them. G would be proud of these things, I know she would. Also, watch out, guard Amos is on the loose. Where do you get away? Who does the cleaning? They need to sort all these hairs out. Or is it mine because I pulled it out? Hey up, it's the Wigan. It's the West Coast Main Line up there. I worked at this station yesterday. I'll never do it again. Boring. It's gonna be a 158 passing in a second. Alright, maybe 2 of them. West Coast Main Line. Oh, 390,126. Right then, so we're in the toilet now, and we got a good little toilet going on in here. He's a handsome chap. Look at him. He's a handsome chap, I tell you. He's also proudly wearing his stagecoach uniform, and he worked for a reaver. Oops. So we have mirror. Here's your tap area just here. We're just pulled out of Hindley. Toilet. You've got baby changing facilities right here. Litter bin for anything that shouldn't go down there. And then you've got open close features. Other than that, there's not really much else here. The toilet tissue is right next to the water, which isn't ideal. And there's a rather nasty sloshing noise coming from up there. Useful. I dare ask what that is. I dare ask.
Oxford Road. The next station stop is Bolton.
Here up is the Bolton. Now this is where the 769 changes from DMU to EMU. And it can do that while it's on the move. Saves a lot of time as well. That's why I've also moved into the third coach, because I'm in where the thrash is heard from the EMU part.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service 2, Manchester Oxford Road. The next station stop is Dr. Crescent. Welcome aboard this Northern Service 2, Manchester Oxford Road. The next station stop is Deansgate.
Oh wow. X first class.
I'll have a quick look at my phone for you as well.
X first class, I didn't realise these were here still. One thing about this ride though, it has been bumpy. Hoo-hoo, bumpy, bumpy, bumpy.
Five to five. Yeah, no problem.
There we go. Absolutely, what the hell? I have just seen this, folks. I am sorry. What the shit is this? What the Who Network? That's who that should be. Be Who Work. That's what that should be. And there we have it then, folks. The 319. Or the 769, depending on which you fancy. Now, I will say, for the most part, that was all right journey. Definitely under the diesel power. It was very good. Wasn't so bad on the electric as well, but definitely the one thing that I noticed, certainly between Southport and here, which took about an hour and 15 minutes, the ride was awful. And I mean awful. I remember the 319s on the Brighton main line, and they weren't too bad there, but on that stretch they were awful. Can you imagine what would have happened if they would have been for the purpose they were originally built for, which was for the Lakes line to go up to Barrow Furness and Windermere? I guarantee you that they would never have got out of there. But definitely they're not bad, but it's one of those I don't see the point of them, unfortunately. I really don't see the point of the 769s. The sooner they're gone, the better. Anyway, thank you all. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not done so. To the channel members, thank you again for the continued support on the channel. If you want to be a member, it's $3.99 for a membership. You get the vlogs early, shout out at the end of videos. Could be simpler, could be easier, and plus, you get to be a legend as well. So that's going to be it for this unit review. I think my train is literally somewhere around the corner. Well, he's not quite here yet, but as soon as he gets here, I'm on it. So thank you all. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, let's hope that that thing gets scrapped very quickly, or sent back to Porterbrook, one of the two. I know which I prefer anyway. See you next time.